This leviathan of a ship is capable of carrying over 442,000 tons of crude oil, enough to fill every car in Canada.
It takes 6 hours longer to empty the TI Europe than it does to fill it in the first place. So 99% of it drains out, and you've got a nearly empty tank. Then they bring in industrial-sized power jets to get that last 1%, making sure they've got every single drop delivered.
Time to don the shades and step aboard the brilliant TI Europe. The largest tanker on the ocean, the enormous TI Europe is anchored in the Gulf of Mexico, awaiting her next mission. Owned by Euronav, she was built to transport vast quantities of crude oil, and everything about her is geared so she doesn't lose a drop. That includes a dazzling heat-reflecting paint job, which helps lower temperatures in the hold by 20 degrees. But keeping her gleaming white and free from rust is a constant battle. Her enormous hull is repainted and treated every 5 years, but above the water, the painting never stops. Chief Officer Stanislav Kosmanov is responsible for supervising the never-ending fight against corrosion.
This is a considerable part of the ship's maintenance, is keeping deck and machinery free of corrosion. It's time and labor-consuming work because the environment is not so hospitable with this seawater and all the sprays.
Built as one of a fleet of 4 ultra-large crude carriers, the TI Europe cost a whopping $100 million and first set sail in 2002. With a top speed of 17.5 knots, she's powered by a mighty 37-megawatt engine, creating the same thrust as 6 Boeing 747s. Her enormous double hull contains ballast tanks made from 4-meter thick, high-tensile steel, built to withstand incredible pressures and extreme temperatures as she crosses the world's oceans. Inside, the vast double hull houses 21 giant tanks, each the size of an Olympic swimming pool, to give a carrying capacity of 3 million barrels of crude oil. But transporting such cargo is a risky operation. Crude oil evaporates to create a highly flammable hydrocarbon vapor. If exposed to oxygen and a spark, it will explode. To avoid disaster, the oxygen levels in the tanks are kept below 6%. An inert gas monitoring system detects rising oxygen levels and pumps a non-explosive gas mixture of nitrogen and carbon dioxide into the tanks, which forces the oxygen out. It's the single most important system on the ship, and it's the responsibility of one man. With 30 years tanker experience, Chief Engineer Bert van der Herten.
The system is complete automatic. We only have to start. So I will see flue gas ready, and then I can start and the system will start up. Here we are measuring the oxygen content.
But there's a problem. The inert gas produced by the ship's engine has dangerously high oxygen levels.
So we have now about 6%, so it's not good.
Blowing them into the tanks like this could be catastrophic. Bert needs to find a solution, and fast.
We can give a little bit more fuel pressure. So there's still an alarm here. A little bit more. Okay, it's good. Okay, so now we don't have the alarm anymore, meaning that our inert gas we are making is good.
With the oxygen levels in the ship's inert gas system now under control, it can be blown into the tanks, where it will be monitored constantly. It means there's no rest for Bert and his crew in the engine room, and it's the same story for the team working several decks above. For this dedicated band of seamen, there's no end in sight to their ongoing fight against corrosion on the dazzling sea-lashed decks of the world's largest tanker.